Good evening. My name is Michael Peretti, and today I'm going to be presenting my IS-350 456 current event topic and give some background information on, as we see my topic right here, which is ad targeting. So, yeah, ad targeting using information obtained to target advertisements. So I'm going to first start off with my scenario, just so that there's some background knowledge on what I'm going to kind of be talking about, even though I'm going to be predominantly or mainly speaking on the topic itself. My scenario was Don, which is the head of the development, and their new product, which is in development, has a feature of gathering personal information that can be used to target customers for personalized advertising. Don is responsible as head of development for the design and features of the new product. So we see the scenarios kind of bringing up a little bit of potential mishaps with the use of personalized ads, and I guess this presentation aims to answer kind of why we might be concerned and why we might enjoy or like this idea. So this is the dilemma. Is it ethical for Don to approve the new product having the feature of gathering personal information using personalized ads? So just let's give some background on what personalized ads are. Essentially, these are personalized advertisements tailored to an individual depending on what they kind of click on when they're scrolling through the websites, social media apps, um, and they basically the information that the user has is stored somewhere, and then these companies will use said stored information to target the user with ads that are in favor or more likely for them to click on because they've shown interest to it. And the goal of this is to make advertisements for that user more relevant and again, try and increase the possibility of engagement on that ad. So quickly, why do we care? I mentioned some of these pretty much any company is now using these personalized ads as a standard to try and increase or essentially make sure that they have the best opportunity of them spending money or even just showing an interest to what they have to show on the internet. Um, yeah, so the impact consumers are constantly exposed to personalized ads through apps, websites, and streaming services. Anytime you're on the internet or clicking around, these personalized ads are um, going to be popping up as you continue to shop and as you continue to just look through things um, that you're searching up. For instance, and a good example here is if you search for a specific brand of shoes online, you're probably going to end up seeing similar footwear, maybe athletic wear, and you're going to start seeing a similar brand. Um, in that sense, they want you to. They're kind of going with what you're looking at. If you're looking at shoes, they're going to want to try and target you to sell you on shoes that you're more likely to buy. So the issue with ad targeting in society, many users are unaware of how much personal information is being collected, even innocent activities like browsing. Uh, you need to understand that data is still being collected, essentially at all times. So another issue is data misuse. We're afraid that these companies are going to be using this data that they're storing on us is going to be used improperly, especially if there's a data leak. Um, let's say there's some kind of um, some kind of hacker or some kind of person with poor intentions. If they gain a hold of your personal information, they could possibly use that information to do something even worse. And then bias and discrimination. We know that in these algorithms, especially from our discussions, that um, these advertisements are based on the algorithm is not going to be completely, um, you know, it's going to have a bias contained within it, and it might discriminate against some of these marginalized groups and people. So, not the best thing. So, some of the pros to ad targeting. The relevance is probably the key here, where personalized ads are going to be what you want to purchase, right? They're going to contain the benefit for both the consumer and the business. The business wins by making a sale, and the consumer wins by actually purchasing what they want to purchase. and it helps kind of put the uh, put get rid of the added steps of searching and kind of mitigates that a little bit. Efficiency: companies can target specific demographics, age, gender, income of people with specific behavior, leading to more efficient ad spend money. So these companies don't need to spend as much money on marketing because personalized ads are so efficient. Personalized experience: consumers are presented with ads tailored to their preferences, resulting in a more customized experience and potentially helping people discover products or services they might not have encountered otherwise. Pretty much what I've been saying, and kind of they all kind of blend in here for the pros. But yes, we'll move forward. So some intended and unintended consequences. Some intended consequences: companies aim to increase engagement and sales by showing relevant ads to the right customer. This results in higher conversion rates and better return on their investment for their marketing efforts. Yep. And unintended consequences, um, personal filter bubbles, as they call it in when we're talking about personalized ads. Personalization may lead to users only seeing content that reinforces their existing views or interests, limiting exposure to diverse perspectives. This is a little bit diving deeper into the ethics of it and also some of the psychology, but we're kind of mitigating what people are going to be seeing, and that could be looked at as both a positive and negative thing depending on who you're asking. And then exclusion is certain groups may not see ads for important services or opportunities because algorithms might exclude them based on assumptions or bias in their data, which is kind of coming back to the whole idea that there's this still present bias in the picture. And at times, especially again in our discussions, at times we might feel like these biases are unavoidable, and we might have like these looming ideas of how to fix it, but they're still going to be contained within inside of these algorithms. All right, some quickly future aspects and development. We have emerging trends. AI and machine learning will continue to enhance ad targeting, enabling even more precise personalization. That's a given as technology continues to develop. Voice and visual search: devices like smart speakers and visual recognition technology could lead to more interactive and even more invasive forms of target advertising, as we come to know. If you have like a Google Home and there are these questions, and as I was doing research on this, I have yet to find definitive answers on this, regardless of how many tests there have been. But the idea that we can start implementing personalized ads in to these devices, where even when you don't think they're listening, they are listening. That could be both a quite scary, but at the same time, if you're really open to it, it could be a good thing. So, but I think that's a little too invasive. Legalization and regulation. In response to growing concerns about privacy, regulations such as the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, in Europe and the CCPA, California Consumer Privacy Act, in the US are being implemented. These aim to give users more control over their personal data and improve transparency from companies, which is extremely important. And as I was doing research on this, you come to notice that we are constantly hearing in the news and in general that the concerns for the user's privacy is um, extremely high. That people are scared and they don't want all this data. For the most part, a relative consensus has been most people do not want their data constantly being shared in large amounts as they are right now. So these regulations being put into place are extremely important, and it's going to mitigate the amount of information that companies can extract from the user. Speculation of the future. Yeah, in the future, we might see more stringent regulations around ad targeting to balance user privacy with business interests, and include more user consent requirements and more transparent data sharing practices. So yeah, this is the direction that we're heading through the research that I was doing. We can see that um, as technology continues to develop, the regulations are going to continue to stricten up because as the more, again, the technology develops, the further the data is going to be kind of um, the line between okay and not okay is going to continue to grow. So that's where we're heading, increase transparency and requirements. This is my works cited, and yeah, that is my presentation. Thank you very much.